Good morning. So today we're gonna talk about a new topic, which is about mirroring. I don't know if you heard of it or you know what is it, and it's. I will give you an example. So why I decided to talk about mirroring? Well, basically because um, I met like a couple of people, and usually like couples, um, and I noticed that when they speak, like the way they speak, the way they behave, the gestures and everything are always or sometimes very similar to each other. So there was a time where I was talking to his wife, and then I noticed that her gestures and yeah, sorry, her gestures are similar, or the way she speak are similar to her husband. So I'm like, why? How is that? Why is like that? So this made me search about mirroring. So I'm gonna share you what I learned about mirroring. So basically, mirroring is a subconscious psychological behavior. Okay, so it happens when there's like an action, okay, like a gesture of someone, and the other person also does the same. So like copying each other, but not to copy each other in like just because you want to copy that person, but you do that subconsciously, like without even noticing that you're doing that. And this is very interesting because I really didn't know that this happens. So what happens is when someone mirrors you, so a person is mirroring you, it's like her brain, okay. But let's talk about first why they happen. So basically, our brain is wired to connect with people. Our brain is made to build connection, right? Connection with friends, with families, or with your when you're a couple with your loved one. So since we are made to like connect with them, um, we subconsciously copy their behavior or their gestures. So this is why people mirrors you. So usually basically this happens to, as I said, they happen to friends or your loved one or the person you like. So even this is very interesting because it also happens when you like someone. You subconsciously mirror their behavior or even the way they speak. So the words, the words that they say. So yeah, the way they speak, and it happens because of the neurons called mirror mirroring neurons. And this is really interesting because I didn't know that those neurons are called mirroring neurons. So that's nice. So what is the effect of the mirror neurons? So when you like someone, or when you talk to your wife or your husband or your friends or your families, or when you like someone, I don't know, yeah, let's say an example, when you like someone. So what happens is to your brain is your brain release or activates this mirroring neuron. So whenever you see that person doing a kind of gesture, you automatically tend to copy that gesture, and so it activates, like, yeah, you copy that gesture, and then um that happens because that makes you feel like it's like your brain telling you or telling to that person subconsciously. Okay, you are telling to that person subconsciously that I want to connect with this person. I want to connect with this person. I want to bond with this person, and I feel safe, or I feel comfortable with this person. So basically, when you mirror someone, you kind of show to that person that you also feel comfortable, because you so when you feel comfortable, of course you tend to show you want to be the same as that person, because you are comfortable to that person. You also like to stay with that person. So this is very nice, because it really happened to me a lot. Like, when I like someone, I kind of mirror their behavior, and I kind of, we tend to like copy the gestures. And sometimes you don't notice that you do that. You don't even notice that you are mirroring them. And this is really nice, because even if you say that you don't like that person, okay, you say, no, I don't like that person, we're just friends and stuff, but subconsciously your behavior is telling you like that person, you have interest with that person, or you want to spend time, or you feel comfortable with that person because you mirror them. And again, this doesn't happen to someone that you like. So they also happen with your friends, because you spend most of your time with them. But mostly they happen to couples and people who likes each other, or because they are close to each other. So this is very nice, a very nice behavior of a subconsciously behavior of our behavior, psychological behavior, our psychological behavior. And so what happens is, when you mirror someone, you also unconsciously start to feel empathy. So your brain, whenever you mirror them, you also feel like you kind of understand them. Okay, you kind of feel empathy to them, so you kind of feel what they feel, even though they never tell anything to you, even though they didn't express you anything by words. But what happens is, you feel the same way that they feel, because of this mirroring neurons effect that your brain is releasing, because of you being comfortable whenever you have when there's a present of this person that you like, or you kind of feel comfortable, even though you say that you don't like the person, but you are just friends or stuff. When you feel comfortable to them, you kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of feel the same way they feel, and you feel empathy. And also you kind of align yourself with them. Okay, so you feel engaged, and you feel like emotionally, not really emotionally, but kind of emotionally in synchronization, kind of like that. And it's because your brain is also activating this mirroring effect that happens on your mind. And since they are subconscious, I mean, they are something that you don't know, because you do them without even realizing it, but it's your brain actually is already, your unconsciousness is already telling you that you like that person, even though deep inside you say you don't like that person, because you mirror them. So you notice it whenever someone likes you, or you like someone, you mirror them, their behavior, their gestures, and everything, even the way they speak. And this is very nice. The only thing that I want to share you, because it's something really nice that I learned, and I found out everything started to be more clear to me, because I really don't know why this thing happens, but it's like it blew my mind. So this is just a little informational, little something that I learned that I want to share you, and I want to keep in my journal as usual. So it's up to you also if you like it, or you will take benefit from this video. And at the same time, I am practicing my English as usual, and I did explain it in a very bad way, but it's fine. This is just for my journal anyways. So yeah. So that's for today. See ya. Bye.